Alright guys, I'm here with my good friend Ian. He's a Man United fan even though the badge says otherwise. We're going to get to that, he's not very happy at the moment. Guys, we've got some great fixtures coming up this weekend. The big one is Liverpool versus Arsenal in the evening, but also Bournemouth versus Man United, not separated by too many points. Guys, stay tuned for the Sanderson Show. So, Ian, first and foremost, how you doing?
Not great, Callum, man. Not great, bro. Not great, but we're maintaining it.
Yeah, I want you to, get everything off your chest tonight. We're going to treat this like a counselling session for Manchester United. Because when we were both at uni, Man United, what was it you used to say? You've done the 3P.
We've done the 3P.
3 premierships back to back, and being a Liverpool fan, it wasn't very easy to deal with that, and there was a lot of arrogance,
a lot of swagger.
Things have turned, the tables have turned, and
I wouldn't say the tables have turned yet.
Right, not yet. You're
I
right.
wouldn't say they've turned yet. But let's not get ahead of us.
No, we won't.
We need to win the Premiership before we continue to win.
No, that's fair enough. But big game this weekend. I think on paper it should be an easy game. But Bournemouth had a really good start to the season. Mm-hmm. How do you see the game going?
You know what? It's got to a point now with United. I can never see where we're going to win.
Yeah.
And I think that's a scary thing for a United fan because it feels like it's a mid-table club mentality. So you walk in and think Bournemouth, who's Bournemouth?
Yeah.
But we've got to look at Bournemouth. Bournemouth have beaten us at their ground season on for the collectively I think the last 2-3 games. Yeah. Both we can't seem to win there.
Yeah, and they are in good form at the moment.
Very good form.
Off camera, you said Callum Wilson's been playing really well as well.
He's a threat, and Fraser as well.
Yeah.
They've got players in their squad that can do us damage, and the reality is that defensively, Chris Smalling's a donkey. To be honest,
he looks like a bootleg killmonger in it.
And you know what? I found out he's a vegan. When was the last time you heard of a central defender that's a vegan? I've just never seen.
I need to see
big, strappy lads. You know what I mean? But no, I just don't get it. I just don't see us coming out of that game on top. In fairness.
So you don't think you'll win this game?
I don't think we will.
See, I'm torn. I can see how Bournemouth win, but I can also see how you win. And it's weird because when you actually turn it on and play well, there's not many teams that can handle it.
Yeah, but you see, the reality is that doesn't seem to go down well. The only time we seem to turn up, and we've seen this season, is when we're fighting. We have to, and we have to come out of the race. We couldn't lose to Newcastle at Old Trafford. Yeah. It's not going to happen. And then against Chelsea as well. Chelsea we did okay, but we didn't do great. And that was my big thing because if you looked at collectively the game itself, we were very poor first half.
Yeah.
Second half we started very poorly as well. We got the one quick goal because it was a scuff shot from Ashley Young, and then Martial just took it well and hit it for the second time after the first touch. But generally we didn't do well. It was individual errors or something like that you could say won us that game. So drew us that game.
Yeah, so what do you make of Anthony Martial? A lot's going on behind the scenes in terms of contracts. His form at the moment is excellent.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you want him to stay?
I want Martial to stay 100% because him along with Pogba, along with I'm going to put even Luke Shaw up there, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I rate Luke Shaw.
I've always said. I want to say Rashford, but I can't.
Not yet.
And the reason why I can't say Rashford is because his ball retention is not great. Sanchez, I feel he can do a job for us if he's playing in the right position. Because when he had his best season for Arsenal, he was up top.
Yeah.
Lukaku, I'm mixed with this one.
He turns like a double-decker bus.
He's not as slow as Matic.
No.
Matic can never feature for us again. Yeah. Fred, I like his performances.
Yeah,
he was
good energy.
Mata, we have to keep that guy.
Yeah.
But there's other players that we just need to get rid of. I don't understand why Bailly doesn't play. He is easily our best central defender.
I've got him top 5 in the Premiership.
100%, same here.
He had one bad game, one bad half, and he was dropped.
Yep.
And don't get me wrong, Lindelof has played well, but Smalling hasn't. So that should be, for me, that's the partnership. Bailly and Lindelof complement each other very well.
But then Mourinho, he has his favourites. And this is the point. So when Phil Jones is fit, automatic's back in the squad. Phil Jones is not improved for us in the time that he's doing with United. Same with Phil Jones. I think Hazard loves Phil Jones as well because it's like whenever Hazard gets in front of him, he seems to run behind him. I don't understand it.
It's a weird conundrum at United because, as I said, growing up, we've seen United dominate.
100%.
Whereas for the last, well, let's be honest, since Fergie left, it's not been like that. And it does go to show that you can spend all the money in the world, but if you don't have the right person in the role,
there you go.
You're still not going to be successful. And you look at Pogba, and he's got all the talent in the world to be successful, but is he motivated? I mean, even his penalty run-up, like, the thing is, I've seen paint dry.
You know what it is with Pogba? I feel like you're always going to get the best and the worst of him.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to say world class yet. He shows traits of being a world class player.
Yeah.
But consistency lets him down, and a bit of arrogance lets him down as well. And I feel that's where he's kind of going wrong. But it doesn't help when you've got Lukaku up top, when you're looking for a forward pass, you're looking for a forward ball, and you've got your forward striker, he's just static. And he's always like that.
We saw that in the Everton game. There was a point where he had the ball and Pogba was there for about 2-3 seconds just waiting. And Lukaku, there's no movement.
There's no movement at all. Rashford, when you played for 60 minutes of the game, we played very well without Lukaku. If you're going to rest the guy for the whole 90 minutes. He doesn't need to come on the pitch. If you want, throw Sanchez up top. See what can happen, but don't put Lukaku up there, because Sanchez is mobile. He's very explosive. Very quick.
And he'll run the channels.
Run the channels. Same as like Rashford. Rashford didn't even have a great game, but he did well. He did well. He gave us options.
Even Lingard, you could have thrown Lingard up there as well.
No. I'm not a Lingard fan at all. He's somebody I would love to see leave. Seriously? Honestly, when we offered him a new contract and gave him what, £100 a week, I was livid because I think he's a poor footballer. Like for me, he does a lot of nothing.
He's very busy, but not necessarily efficient.
Exactly.
When he's running.
Same with Sanchez.
Do you not think every team needs a player like Lingard though? Not necessarily spectacular, but he's always going to be in and around the squad to just fill in now.
Yes, but then he reminds me of like back in Fergie's era, like a Party Song.
Yeah, not as good though. Not as good.
Not as good. So the reality is that Party Song, he wasn't our greatest player at that time. But you knew that in big games like when we're playing the Arsenal, the Chelsea of the league, he's going to be fielded and he's going to offer us an option on the channel or just in and behind the striker because he puts in a shift. That's what Lingard is for me. He should never be a starter week in, week out. When he was starting games for us last season, he's his best scoring season. Okay, but he wasn't doing it. He doesn't even offer us anything.
No, I agree.
He's a winger who never plays on the wing. He's a winger who doesn't cross. He's a winger like I just don't get it. I think the only time I've ever seen Lingard cross a ball to score a goal is when he crossed it to Zlatan for Zlatan to score a header. I've never seen him put in a cross ever since.
He's a bit of a jack of all trades, but he doesn't really master a position.
Anything.
Which it's frustrating, but it's good at the same time. So being a Liverpool fan, I've sort of grown up seeing jack of all trade type players. It's not pretty. Like Henderson, but I like Henderson. No, well, I'll get to it. No, I do.
You think Hendo's good?
No, I think he's good. I don't think he's great.
You think he's good?
I think he's good.
What is he? Okay, so give me an example. What does Henderson do? What does he offer you?
Henderson is very good at breaking up play.
And doing what with it?
But that's the problem. He'll break up play, but then it's just a sideways pass.
Okay.
And that can be frustrating. But at the same time, I know when Henderson steps on the field, quality-wise, he's not going to be brilliant. But I know for a fact he's going to give 100% in every game he plays. And
you're not going to get an agreement.
No, that's fair.
I think he's terrible.
No, he's not terrible.
I think he doesn't like.
I've seen terrible.
I've
seen Poulsen. I've seen terrible. I've seen terrible.
You've seen Matic.
See, Matic,
You've seen
he's
Matic.
not what he used to be.
It's not like
you got him a couple of years too late.
There you go. And the reality is that he had Kante next to him.
Yeah.
So when you have Kante next to you, you've got a 12th man.
But that was my argument with Pogba in the World Cup as well, because Pogba had a good World Cup. But for me, Pogba's a great player, but he's a luxury player. I think if you take him out, France still win that World Cup.
No,
you don't.
Because you see, okay, it's like when Coutinho was at Liverpool, right? You need to have that one player in the team that opens you up when the lot can't be picked.
Coutinho, if you're watching, we'll have you back.
Listen, he's gone there now, mate. He's gone there now, mate. You know what I mean? But when things aren't going right, you need your world class. It's like Ozil for Arsenal. When things aren't going right, you need your world class talent. I keep using the term world class. Pogba, you're not world class yet, mate.
Yeah, but he has a talent.
You have a talent to be world class. But the reality is that you need that one player that can go pick the lock and say, look, I'm going to do something spectacular and amazing that's going to open up that team and get us the goal.
Very true.
And Pogba, he can do that.
He can do that. I feel like you are missing one more creative player.
100%. No, we need a striker who's going to challenge for Lukaku's spot, because the reality is, and I know that Jose has his favourites, because the reality is Matic keeps playing, Smalling keeps playing, They hate how he's not going to be taken out of the squad, but he is still one of Mourinho's favourites. Lukaku, how many games? The guy's now won 9 games, no goal, no assists.
Yeah, that's bad.
And it's like, it doesn't seem to bother him when he misses. The header that he missed against Everton. You couldn't have, he had so much time, he could have taken the ball down with his foot. But then knowing his technique, he probably couldn't control it. You know what Lukaku reminds me of? This is the example like my cousin actually said to me recently. Lukaku is the type of striker that when he was 13, 14 years old, he was bigger than anybody else. And faster. So he could get away with those bad touches and he bullied people.
Yeah.
When people grew up, started learning technique and stuff like that, Lukaku never picked that up because he never had to.
Never had to at that age. You're right.
And now, those bad habits are creeping in because all you are is a target man, but you're a target man that doesn't have ball control.
Yeah. And a target man doesn't really work in nowadays of football.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't. Because even when you look at players like Mandzukic, he's a target man, like he's playing left wing.
And he drifts out there a lot. And if you look at Lukaku, the best games he has is when he drifts out to the left for us. Doesn't make sense. You can't have a target man. If you're gonna have a target man, you need someone supporting you. And Lukaku, he doesn't do it. He doesn't do enough sprinting. If we check it, I don't know his sprinting stats.
It's not great.
But it's not good.
It's not great.
He's gonna be one of the lowest in the league. In the top 6, up barring Morata, I think he's the worst striker. Top 6, worst striker.
Yeah, he is.
Do you know what I mean?
But the top 6 has got some very good quality as well.
It has, but then you've also got Morata there. And Giroud. If Giroud is better than Lukaku has I'll tell you why. Lukaku has better attributes than Giroud, but Giroud offers you more.
Giroud's a passion guy. He's getting away with murder at Chelsea and France.
Giroud offers you more than Lukaku. I kid you not.
I disagree.
Giroud can offer you the link-up play. What does Lukaku offer? He can't even control the ball.
I think if Lukaku was playing at Chelsea's team right now, he'd do more than Giroud does.
I don't think he would. I'm going to tell you why. Because Chelsea don't put a lot of crosses. A lot of their balls come across the
True again. But Giroud's bad, you know. I watch him and he's not
Morata.
Yeah. So you know what? Morata should be great. We'll get onto this later. Morata should be great. But he just reminds me of Torres at Chelsea.
Yeah, lazy.
Yeah, there's something just not
mentally
right.
Not there.
And I think the whole him losing Conte, because remember Conte brought him. Conte had him Juve as well. I think that's played on his mind as well. Like, I mean, guys, let me know what you think. Obviously, Ian's not too happy with Man United. I'm loving it. I want Mourinho to be there for years, but guys, let me know. Do you think Bournemouth are going to beat Man United this weekend, or do you think Man United are going to get back to winning ways? Let me know. Leave your comments in the section below. So now we'll move on to Tottenham and Wolverhampton Wanderers at the Molineux. It's a tough game for Tottenham, this is.
Very tough game.
Wolves are dark horses.
Very dark horses, as City found out.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
And you guys.
There you go.
Wolves are a team I'm not looking forward to playing this season.
The reason why I say it, I looked at the league table the other day. Wolves have conceded 9 goals.
Yeah. Very solid at the back.
Very solid at the back. They've scored 9. They don't offer much going forward, but they're a compact team.
Very.
Know how to defend, well drilled, and everyone seems to work as a unit. It reminds me of like an Atletico.
Yes. No superstars.
No superstars in the team, but they get the job done.
Unit, And Tottenham are going to find it difficult, especially in midfield against Wolves, I think.
Yes, 100%.
For me, Neves is quality.
Yeah.
When he gets the ball, he reminds me of a young Xabi Alonso.
Very good.
Very good. And his passing range is excellent, and he can open up defences. And Tottenham at the moment in midfield, they just don't seem to be clicking
at all.
It seems like Poch doesn't know his best combination, because one week Harry Winks is in, the next he's out, then Dembele's in, he's out.
You know what? I think one of Tottenham's biggest problems is, and the thing is, I don't know whether he needs a break or he's just really short of confidence. Lucas Moura.
Yeah.
Not good enough right now.
Yeah,
not good enough.
Starting the season on fire.
Starting the season on fire. Couldn't you? And with that kind of form, you can't take him out of the team. Son was away on the international tour.
Yeah.
So
and he got injured as well.
And he got injured. But now, if you look at him, short of confidence.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't.
Out against City, he was a shade of the player that I saw at the beginning of the season.
But is it harsh to judge a player based on a City performance? So
I'm not going to judge, but then look at the previous games as well. What he offered? He hasn't offered anything. He's missing sitters as well.
Yeah, he is. And you think, all right, you take him out of the team, then this is where Tottenham is sort of lacking, because in an ideal world you'd play Eriksen or Ali behind Kane, and then you'd play Son and Lucas Moura, and you'll just have the three interchangeable. But when one's out of form, you're kind of losing your emphasis, aren't you?
Tottenham's biggest problem is Dyer. One of their biggest problems is Dyer. Yeah. He's too safe, he's too boring, he's like a Matic, like take him out.
Similar to Henderson as well, although Henderson is better than Dyer.
Yeah, but then you see the reality is that you need to look at players like Naby Keita, right? Guy is quality.
Yeah.
Let's not fake the funk. The guy is a baller. He's a baller.
Yeah.
And look at the difference between him and what Henderson offers you.
Yeah. Even Fabinho. There's a difference. There is a difference. And
look at Jorginho for Chelsea. It's just dominant.
I mean, Wanyama. I do like Wanyama. I've always been a Wanyama fan.
He should be your out and out DM. He's a strong boy, like you know that. Look, if someone is a brick wall, he's solid,
and he's very good technique as well.
Dyer should not be in the squad.
I wouldn't have Dyer in the squad.
I would never play him.
I wouldn't. And one of my good friends, I'll say his name, Sean. He's a massive Tottenham fan. He's just beside himself at the moment because they've not finished the stadium. Do you see the state of the stadium on Monday?
You know what? I've driven past it, but it was bad.
It's bad.
The ball was bubbling up. Yeah. Did you see that touch that came to him?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. I thought it was the bathroom for a second.
I thought he kicked off the brick wall. But yeah, you look at like things just aren't right there. Poch is coming out and saying it's the worst he's felt since he's been Tottenham manager. You don't want to hear that sort of stuff.
Real Madrid job is
Real Madrid.
You know what I'm saying?
And he'd suit that role.
I think he would.
He'd suit that role.
I think he would. The appointment for the Real job in the first place was a bad idea.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad from the beginning because obviously they did it while he was Spain manager,
and then they sacked
him and then brought him in and then they sacked him. Now they haven't they've not replaced Ronaldo. They almost
6 games lost.
Yeah,
already. That's bad.
And a hammering
against Barca.
Hammering.
As a fan, you're just gonna turn on the club.
Yeah. The white flags.
It's bad.
You know what it's like. It's
bad. Bernabeu, you can't.
Finished. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Poch because surely Real Madrid are going to be knocking. Because you look at the other top managers, they're all secured in their jobs.
Yeah.
They're not going to touch Mourinho again because they've been there, done that.
Yeah.
Klopp, it doesn't look like really wants Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Sarri's just gone to Chelsea. Poch is there.
It's going to be a gamble. They're probably going to need a caretaker manager to the end of the season. So they can really think about it because I think with some teams you need a director of football.
Yeah.
Somebody just leave the business guys to be the business guys.
Yeah.
United is even lacking that. We need that. We need a director because Woodward doesn't have a clue.
Yeah.
And we've had a problem since David Gill left.
Yeah. There's this disjointedness.
Massive.
Once that happens, it becomes very evident in the transfer market and on the pitch.
100%.
It really does. And to come back to Liverpool, since we've got Edwards and Klopp working together, we've seen how the progression has been through the team
100%.
and the recruitment as well.
You've got better progressively. You didn't need to. You don't need somebody you're gonna ping someone into the role and expect instant results. No. It's a building process.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I felt like we had that with Van Gaal, but his philosophy, his methods don't work. Get him out.
Do you know what I love about Van Gaal is when he threw himself on the floor. That will live with me forever.
What was he doing?
I'll be honest. I've had some real fun since Fergie's.
What was he writing? What did he write on his notepad? He's always writing on that notepad.
I have no idea.
And why did he hate Hernandez so much? I don't get it.
And the thing is, he actually brought in some really good players, but they just never had a chance to gel. Because you had what? Rooney, Van Persie, Di Maria, Falcao, all at the same time.
At the time, Rooney was finished.
Yeah, well, Rooney was finished for a little while.
Yeah, he didn't finish for a while.
Yeah, he was finished for a little while.
His best of his last season for us was under Moyes, and that was it.
Yeah. And even that season.
Yeah, done. There you go.
Oh, it's going to be interesting. I mean, but yeah, Tottenham have to do everything to keep Poch. If they don't, I don't know what's going to happen next. Because if they're not even buying players,
no budget. I just don't get it.
Yeah, where's the money going? Obviously, they're going to say it's on the stadium, but
it's nonsense.
Like, exactly, because you must have some money sitting there for an emergency. You have to. At least even 50 million. I'm not saying you're going to go and get one superstar, but just pad out the squad a little bit.
But then saying that, how much did they spend on Moura?
They spent 20. I think it was like
25.
24, something like that. Yeah.
So there's money in the kitty somewhere.
There's got to be, but for whatever reason, they're not allowing him to spend it. I mean, it looked like they wanted Zaha in the summer and they got priced out of that deal, but nowadays in football, for me, just go and buy the player.
There you go.
You have to just go and buy the player.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Everyone's going to be overpriced. Like, as much as I love Van Dijk, I sent it back for 75 million. But look what he's done. Look at the difference he's made.
He made us solid.
So you have to just
go out. How many did he concede 4 goals this season?
3. Is it 3?
I think it's 4.
Is it 4? No, I think it's 3. He conceded against Leicester when Alisson made a mistake.
Yeah.
Chelsea, and then
See the last game against Cardiff. Was it Cardiff?
Yeah, Cardiff. I think that's it.
Wow. Bloody hell.
So
it's only us really who've just been leaking in goals.
Yeah, I mean Tottenham have been conceding now and again, but they've got
what they conceded probably like 8.
Yeah,
it's not many.
Ours is a bit of an outlier because we have been a bit fortunate at times. Like obviously Mara's missed a penalty and things like that, but yeah, the defence has been solid. It has been, but that's because you had to just go and spend the money.
Yeah,
you had to.
Yeah, it's true.
And Tottenham need to do that. They have to. I've said maybe they've not weakened, but they haven't strengthened either. It will catch up if you're not careful.
Yeah.
So
you know, his players need a rest, man.
Yeah, they do.
You can't have players there.
They're not robots. It's not FIFA.
Especially during the Christmas period. That's where Tottenham suffer the most.
Yeah.
Kane is overworked.
Yeah, he needs a rest. He's been overworked for years. He
doesn't have any competition. That's the problem. But
Yeah.
Lamella seems to have come good to form
He
right
is,
now.
he is, yeah.
But then Lamella also very wasteful. The chance he missed the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Where he skied it. It's absolute banker.
He's got to do better than that.
You put Kane on the end of that.
Yeah, it's a goal.
It's a goal.
Yeah. So guys, Tottenham fans, let me know. Are you going to go and close down the Molineux, or is it going to be a rough day? Are you going to get bitten by the wolves? Leave your comments below. So guys, Man City at home to Southampton.
No words necessary.
Yeah, no words. We know what's going to happen. We know what's going to happen.
I think the only thing I'm thinking about that day is probably my fantasy football.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, how many are they going to score?
That's
Because
it.
Southampton are not scoring goals
At all.
They're not conceding many, but when you play against City and you haven't got a goal for it,
It's poor.
it's going to be a long 9 minutes. It's going to be a long.
I mean,
9
you
minutes.
know what? If they defend like Wolves did and show a little bit of ambition, you never know.
But you have to. I think to beat City, you have to strike fear into City.
Yeah, 100%. And I tell you, when I saw fear in City when they played Newcastle last season and they only beat them 1-0.
Yeah.
Newcastle gave them the ball, let them live with it. When they hit, I think 70th minute or so, they started turning up, and they actually played some football. When they played some football, City were tired.
Yeah.
And they were literally knackered, and they actually caused them problems, but they didn't have anything up top.
But it's a risk because you do that. If you go 1-0 down to City,
it's pretty much done.
It's pretty much done. Because then you've got to come out of your shell.
Yeah.
And once you do that, and De Bruyne is back now.
You see, the problem is with City is that they've got too many players that can pick the lock. So you've got De Bruyne.
Yeah, they're all thieves.
Mahrez.
Yeah.
Sane. You know it's bad when Sane can be sitting on the bench.
Yeah. Well, Sterling was on the bench.
Mate.
Sterling was on the bench.
Mate.
He's their second top goal scorer.
Mate, it's scary how strong their squad is.
The squad's phenomenal. The squad's phenomenal.
Gundogan sitting out. Silva. Jesus Christ.
Danilo is their backup right back.
Honestly, it hurts me to see that. I'm not even going to say it on camera. No, I'll say it after.
Basically, he's going to say it's going to hurt because Manchester's blue now. Manchester's blue.
I'm not saying that on camera, bro. We're not having a conversation.
And I keep on saying it, as much as I want Liverpool to do it, and as much as I think Liverpool are the closest contenders, the squad depth I think is going to be telling, and the quality is going to be telling. I mean, you look at our team and it looks as though we're quite reliant on Shaqiri to pick the lock at the moment.
Yeah.
You take him out, let's say for example Silva's the guy to pick the lock, you take him out of the team or you take him out of the game, you still got to worry about De Bruyne.
Yeah.
Then you still got to worry about Mendy. What if Mendy gets the ball on the left and decides to
get it in? That's it. That's
Walker could do the same thing.
But then saying that, Mendy defensively
He's poor.
is very bad.
He's poor.
The last game showed that.
He got exposed
Big time.
and it's been coming.
Crazy. It's because teams haven't got at them.
Yeah. But that's because not many teams have the
It's too
facility.
scared. Yeah, they're too scared.
Like, I'll be honest, I think Man United, if you play the right personnel, you can get them.
We need
Liverpool,
we
obviously.
need the right manager.
I think Chelsea could with the right personnel. They'd have to be brave. Because I think as long as you have fast wingers, I think you can actually get
Hazard against Walker, it's not going to work because Walker's too quick to get left for dead. He's too quick.
Yes, but Hazard's very smart with his movement.
He is.
So he won't.
He will cut inside. He has that free roll and he probably drift out to the left where he knows that Mendy's weaker.
Yeah. So that will be an interesting game. But I look at City's team and I don't see many weaknesses. I don't.
You got
even Laporte. Laporte is so good, you know.
Look at Edison. He's so quick off his line and he makes the right decisions when he needs to come off the line.
Let's not forget about his distribution.
And then look at you have Lloris.
Oh,
his decision making at times I just don't understand.
It's horrific, and he's the captain as well.
Doesn't make sense. He's just so quick to come off his line,
and he just doesn't think. He's very erratic. Whereas when Edison comes off his line, you know he's going to win, and you don't feel. I'm not a Man City fan, but watching the game, you don't feel like there's going to be a chance. You feel like he's always in control, and it's his.
Speaking of great goalkeepers, Karius's contract. Apparently his loan deal will be cancelled. No, I heard that
it's fake news.
I heard that his loan deal will be cancelled. I don't know. I think that'll be great. I think that'll be great for them.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Get one of your best back.
Yeah, we need someone in the under 23s. Karius ain't coming back with that.
I love that guy.
I know you do.
I love that guy as a Man United fan. I love that guy.
I love Karius. You love Karius just as much as I love Chris Smalling and Phil Jones. There it is. But guys, let's be honest. As harsh as it's going to sound, I don't give Southampton a chance at all. Not one iota.
It's just about. It's literally just about what the scoreline's going to be.
Yeah,
that's literally what it is.
I'm going to go 4.
I'm going to say 5. I think they're going to break their goal tally last season.
There you have it. So what is it? 106 last season.
106 last season.
Ooh.
They're going to break
past them.
They're going to break that goal tally.
So guys,
and they're still unbeaten.
Yes, they are. One of 3 teams.
You're the other one.
And Chelsea.
Wow, that's crazy. 10 games in.
10 games in. So guys, you let us know how many of Man City are going to put past Southampton in the weekend. I'm saying 4, Ian saying 5. You let us know in the comments below. So guys, we have another London derby. This time we've got Chelsea up against Crystal Palace. I don't think it's going to be cut and dry for Chelsea.
I think it will.
You do?
I think it will.
No Hazard potentially. We don't know yet.
Is his back not back from the back injury?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
We don't know yet.
Even if he doesn't play, you saw Loftus-Cheek and what he can deliver.
And Ross Barkley stepped up as well.
There you go. So
2 young English talents stepping up. Good to see what I mean.
And I think for me, Chelsea, after seeing them against us, against the smaller teams, they'll pick them apart.
Yeah, they hammered Burnley.
Embarrassing.
Hammered Burnley.
I thought Burnley defensively was sound last season. This season they're completely
they're shambles. They're shambles.
And I've got Ben Mee in my fantasy team. He's got to go.
Yeah, you got to take. He's got to start again. He's got to go. And the thing is, again, because they conceded 5 against City, and Joe Hart couldn't do anything about those goals. In this game, Joe Hart couldn't do anything either. So it's not like you can blame any of the goals. It's all the defence.
It's really bad.
The defence is very holy right now.
Sean Dyche is returning in his sleep right now. Honestly, he is. He's probably paranoid.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And Chelsea they looked so comfortable. From the moment they got the first goal, this game was over. And
that was it.
Again, I hate to come back to United again, but you look at Chelsea, they've got a philosophy in place after 10 games with a new manager.
But we don't have an identity after 3
seasons.
But the thing is, you know what? Rather, not to take the conversation away from Chelsea again, but Man United haven't had that identity since Ferguson left. Because the problem is, our identity left when David Moyes came in and was instructed not to fire the coaching staff.
Yeah.
And he did it anyway.
Yeah.
He did it anyway. We lost Mike Phelan.
Yeah.
Once Mike Phelan went, the thing is, people look at Mike Phelan when he was a manager. How did he go to?
It was a team in the championship. No, it wasn't. Was it Hull?
It might have been Hull.
Yeah,
it might have been Hull. And people look at his string of bad results, he's only in the job for 3 months, etc. But Mike Phelan, what he did for players at United, let's be honest, the team that we had under Ferguson that won the Premier League, it wasn't a very good team. Let's be honest, it was not a good team.
You got the very best out of that. Yeah. It was brilliant what you guys did. It was, because you look at that team really shouldn't have won the league. Because there was Vidic and Ferdinand were aging at the back. Congratulations to Ferdinand on the engagement. Good luck. Married again. Good luck. But you look at them two, and they're leggy at the back.
Very leggy.
Then you had Rooney and Van Persie up front. Van Persie won you the league that season.
100%. There was 30 plus goals that season.
But even in midfield, it was
embarrassing.
Yeah,
you had players like Cleverley.
Yeah. Oh, Gibson was about as well.
Jesus Christ, we don't know this team.
but you ground out the Premiership.
Yeah.
So you had to. A lot of people overestimate the work of a manager and don't realise the rest of the coaching staff and their input.
Yes.
To have a good assistant manager is priceless.
100%.
There's a reason why managers go with their assistant managers to clubs.
Yes.
And you saw it. Who is the Portuguese guy you had?
I've forgotten his name. That's gonna irk me.
I can't remember his name either.
I know exactly who you're talking. I just couldn't remember his name.
And he was key to bringing in Ronaldo,
100%.
Nani, Anderson, Hargreaves. He had a hand in as well. And you look at this and you think, all right, that's the assistant manager doing that, and how much it's taking so much pressure off the actual manager.
Yes.
The manager can just focus on
the job. That's it. And I think, as well as that, prior to that, we had a director of football. So when David Gill was in place, he's a football man.
Yeah.
Understood what we needed.
Yeah.
What we needed to win games and what type of players we needed to be successful.
Exactly.
When Ed Woodward came in, there was a major issue of the transfers.
Yeah.
Major issue of the transfers. And then you try and translate it as a manager to Woodward and say, look, we need this player to do it. I don't know what you're talking about. He only cares about the bottom line.
Exactly. But you even look at Chelsea, because going into the season, I thought Chelsea were in trouble because it didn't look like they had that joint or togetherness with the transfers. Sarri looked like he wanted quite a few players and never got them. He got Jorginho's solid, and the keeper, but only because they lost Courtois. But even the keeper's been solid as well. I'm not even going to try and pronounce his surname. We'll be here all day trying to. But he's brought in the right players, and they've just gelled. Even Kovacic.
Yes.
He's been brilliant at Chelsea.
But Chelsea, for me, when you have Kante in any squad,
it's just gonna
forget about it. Like you've got 12 man because the guy runs for days,
and he's with a smile on his face,
and he's the most humble. I think he drives a Prius. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we love Kante. We love Kante. He plays for a rival, but you can't hate the guy.
Yeah, at all.
You can't hate the guy. And I don't think it'll be easy against Crystal Palace, but I do see Chelsea. I don't see how Chelsea don't win the game because Palace do concede goals and they give away chances. So
they do. But then if you look at the game the other day against Arsenal, sometimes I just don't see where the goals coming from. Palace. If Zaha is not on his day, like I just never see where the goals are coming from. Like the penalties that they scored the other day, Miljevic, 2 penalties. Like it's not good enough.
It's not.
The only reason they even got those penalties was it was bad game management from Arsenal. You don't need that many players forward.
No, you don't. So I can see it being a low-scoring game, but only because Palace won't come out and really attack.
100%.
If Palace actually came out and attacked, I think Chelsea would rip them to shreds. I see it maybe being 2-0.
Yeah, professional performance. 100%.
They'll go out, they'll dominate possession, they'll dominate chances, and I think they'll put 2 goals in.
100%.
That'll be it. Palace fans, let us know what you think. Do you think we're being too harsh on your club? Do you think you're not a one-man team, even though I think you are, unfortunately?
They definitely are.
Chelsea fans, do you think it's going to be a walk in the park? Let us know.
Easy.
You should be. So guys, we're ending with the big one.
We started with it.
No. It's a big game. Liverpool versus Arsenal. No secrets, you know I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm a bit nervous.
I don't think you have anything to be nervous about. And the reason why I say that confidently is because Arsenal, when they come against bigger opposition, they kind of shrink a little bit into their shell. Apart from that Chelsea game.
Yeah.
But when they come against a Liverpool team who can pick you off at the drop of a hat, there's problems, real problems. And Bellerin defensively.
See, that's what I was going to say. If we're going to beat Arsenal, we have to target their weak spots.
100%.
Because midfield, they're quite decent at the moment in midfield. Torreira's been really good.
That's if he starts though.
Yes, that's a point. But even Guendouzi, he's been quite good as well. So they are, I think our midfield's better, but on any given day, Arsenal's midfield can perform better than us.
100%.
But I think our attack is key to this game. If our attack turn up, I think we can put Arsenal to bed.
I think you're going to win the game. No, actually no. I think it's going to be a draw. To be honest, as a United fan, I'm hoping for a draw for that game.
But honestly, in your heart of hearts, who do you think? Do you think it will be a draw though?
I think it will be. I feel like Arsenal are going to win. Part of me thinks Arsenal's going to take that game. And the reason why I say that is because it's at Emirates. That's the only reason I say that.
Is that your heart or your head talking?
Head.
That's interesting. I mean, I can see Arsenal. I can see how Arsenal can win this game because Aubameyang and Lacazette. I don't think we're going to go through this game without conceding.
Okay,
that's a given. I'll be very shocked if we keep a clean sheet in this game. However, can Arsenal keep us out?
Away, yeah.
And I think the only way Arsenal keep us out is if we have an off game.
The 3-3 last season was telling.
But that was
a mad game of football.
It was horrible to watch as a Liverpool fan because we should have put them to bed
big time.
But we don't have Mignolet in goal anymore. We don't. No, let's be honest. Because the first 2 goals were Mignolet. No, the first goal was Gomez's fault.
Yeah.
And the second was Mignolet's fault. And then the third, they just had the momentum, and it was a good move, good finish. But we should have put that game to bed.
And you know what I think Liverpool's been good at now with Van Dijk in place. He's good at reading. He's good at reading a lot of the game, so he can see where things are coming.
Yeah.
Where Arsenal are playing a lot of this ticky-tacky, one-touch football, he sees that coming a mile off and he picks it up. He struts people, go there.
And Gomez as well. Gomez recovery pace is centre back.
Robertson. And the thing is, you know what? What gets me about if you look at him as a footballer, he should be average. He should be bang average, but he's performing, and it's like
he's quality. For me, he's the best left back in the Premier.
Ooh,
who's better? You're not going to say Ashley Young, are you?
No, he's terrible.
Luke Shaw's good. I don't think he's better than Robertson though.
I think Luke Shaw, because he needs a season.
Before we can be established.
But
I'm taking Robertson over Mendy. And I'm taking him over Alonso as well because he can defend better.
But he can defend better than Alonso. What he offers you going forward sometimes, he offers you options. Okay, he's not necessarily. Okay, you know what? He's the best left back. No, he's not. I'm not going to call it.
Who then?
I'm not going to call it.
It's got to be Robert. His delivery into the box as well. Don't be fooled.
But his delivery is not the best.
It's one of the best.
I think even Ashley Young can put a ball in better than he can. Yeah. No, be serious. Ashley Young is one of the best crosses in the league.
On the right hand side, maybe. Not when he's on the left and he cuts in 4 times.
But when he cuts in 4 times, he still finds the man.
He finds the cross. He doesn't always find the man.
He finds the man.
But that might be down to the striker as well.
Yeah. But then Fellaini might as well be our striker. I
forgot about Marouane.
I love Fellaini. That's one party gift from That's one party gift I can never ever forgive Moyes for in my life. I hate that man.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Oh god, man. No, but I still think Arsenal will win that game.
You do? Yeah. What do you think the score will be?
I'd say I'm gonna say 3-2 to Arsenal. Yeah.
The thing is, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal scored 3 goals. But at the same time, I would be surprised if we conceded 3 goals as well, because I think defensively we've been a lot more sound. The only thing is, and I hate to single out players, especially in Liverpool, but I don't want to see Lovren start this game. No, I don't.
he has a knack.
He just has a mistake in him, and I just think Virgil and Gomez have built up a very good partnership that complement each other so well, especially against a team like Arsenal, where you've got pace and you've got movement.
You need that experience, bro.
Yeah, but just because you played a lot of games doesn't mean you're experienced. Because if you're making mistakes and the same mistakes, you're not really learning from it.
Yeah, fair.
But at the same time as well, how do we line up in midfield? Does Shaqiri start? Because if Shaqiri starts, then I think Arsenal are in trouble because we've got someone who can beat him out. Yeah, but if he doesn't and Milner starts...
Big old James. Love that guy, man.
I love Milner, but...
Bang average, mate.
But he's very clumsy. And I can see him giving away silly free kicks. He's very slow sometimes on the ball as well in terms of his distribution, and it all depends how Liverpool line up, in my opinion. If Liverpool line up, go into attack, but can maintain the stability in the back, then I feel we beat them.
For you as a Liverpool fan, I want to ask you this.
Yeah.
Sturridge or Firmino?
Firmino.
Why?
And I love Sturridge. I love Sturridge's his personality. He's got great technique. He can score a goal. But Firmino's the system.
Why?
Because he does everything that we need him to do. He's the reason why Mane and Salah are able to get as many goals and do as little defensive work as they do. And they do get through their
press is crazy.
Like, he started off the move against Leicester, Cardiff at the weekend, from our corner. Like, he got the ball and he's knocked it past the defender's legs. He's the furthest man back. He doesn't. He's not the most clinical in front of goal.
Oh yeah, and he doesn't get many goals. Apart last season he did well.
Yeah,
but generally he's not. Done
he's not a great goal scorer, but he scores in big games, and he's my favourite player. So maybe I'm a bit biased, but he's just a system. You take him out, and the system doesn't look the same.
Yeah, I think Klopp's got a certain style of playing, and it's quite obvious.
Yeah, because for me, he does two jobs in one. He's the focal point up top, but he also
plays a playmaker.
Yeah, and he also shuts down their defence as well. So I mean, again, it also
his forward press is just
it's
one of the best.
ridiculous.
It's like, I think in terms of strikers in the Prem, the only person I've seen with a better forward press is Jesus.
Jesus, yes, but he's got more quality than Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus is. I think he's poor person.
Yeah, he's very overrated. He's a tapping merchant.
He's a tapping merchant.
Yeah.
You're playing the city, you don't get goals, you're not good enough.
Yeah,
You've got to go.
Yeah. Especially when you're getting them on a plate.
Do you understand? You've
no
got
excuse.
Them balls from David Silva, Gundogan.
Yeah. From the best to the best.
Mate, De Bruyne, like you can't not score.
Exactly. I'd score in Man City's team and I'm not even a striker. So that says it all.
I've seen your technique.
Flawless. But no, I personally think Liverpool are going to win, but I don't think it's going to be an easy game. Okay. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's a draw, and I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal did nick a win. But I'm expecting the Liverpool.
You can't say that Arsenal nick a win though.
I can't see them coming out and just playing us off the park.
I can.
I can't. I'd be
I
devastated.
can see Lacazette opening up the scoring with a blinder.
Yeah, there's potential, but I can also see Mane doing that or Salah doing that.
No, because I feel like you're going to get bullied in midfield if Xhaka doesn't play at left back as he's been doing. I don't really
I'll be honest.
I don't really understand.
Xhaka plays at left back. They're in massive trouble.
You'll get roasted. They will get roasted.
Arsenal, if you do that, you're in trouble.
You'll get roasted.
They're in massive trouble.
You'll get roasted by Salah.
He's going to be picked off. Yeah, and he'll get sent off. He will get sent off.
Yeah, 100%.
But at the same time, I look at our midfield. Wijnaldum's probably been our best performer this season.
Yeah, he's good, solid player.
Fabinho's looked good. This is his first real test though, so I'm going to reserve a bit of judgment. And then it's the third man. Who's the third man going to be? In an ideal world, it would be Keita, but he's not available. I'd prefer to go with Shaqiri over Milner or Lallana. I don't want to see Lallana start this game either.
Lallana,
he slows play down quite
big time. Too many touches on the ball.
Yeah. He's graceful as anything. He's like Billy Elliot on it.
But he's double-footed.
Yeah. Which can open up a defence, but at the same time, I just look at Shaqiri and I think he offers a lot because he's got a good cross, he's got a good pass, and he can score goals from
as
far.
He did last season. I mean, he got like 15.
Yeah. Crazy. So, and that was in the Stoke team. So, I personally want to see Shaqiri start. If he starts, I do expect to win. I'm actually going to be bold and I'm going to say I think we'll beat them 3-1.
3-1? That's ambitious, you know.
I don't think so.
But you know what? I can agree with you to an extent because when, as I said, Arsenal play big teams, their heads drop.
Exactly.
And they never seem to come out with the results. As well as they played against Chelsea, they still didn't come out with the result.
Exactly.
So yeah, I can agree with you on that one. But I'm going to say 2-1. If I want to change I'm going to say 2-1 Liverpool.
2-1?
Yeah, 2-1. I don't think you're going to score that many.
You don't?
No,
I can see 3.
You've not been as potent as you were.
We haven't, but there's signs that it's starting to come back.
Yeah, because Salah's on the ball now, isn't it? I think he's found his touch again. I can't stand this guy's gritty right now.
Guys, let me know, is Arsenal gonna show that they've got their firepower and the Gunners are gonna put on a display, or is it gonna be a celebration?
You are so cheesy.
So guys, let us know in the comments below. I think Liverpool are going to do it. Let me know what you think.
Where did I find this guy? Oh my God.
As always, guys, thank you very much for tuning in, Ian.
Thank you
very much.
Bro.
Pleasure having you on.
Thank you, sir.
I've called him a few times and he's come on, so I appreciate that. Guys, please comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching the Sanderson Show.